Eh bien, bonjour tout le monde. Aujourd'hui, en direct de mon cockpit, un peu spécial. Je sors de ma zone de confort, même si je me débrouille quand même pas si mal en anglais. Mais ce sera ma première interview à vie en anglais, donc j'espère que vous allez être un peu indulgent sur mon accent. Aujourd'hui, j'ai comme invité avec nous le propriétaire de l'équipe Rockefeller Racing Team. On sait que cette équipe a fait ses débuts la saison dernière dans la GTCQ avec MT-726 et Reaper qui ont joint les rangs de la Rockefeller. Et cette saison, quelques nouveaux pilotes également. Donc, j'ai avec moi Rocco. Rocky, hi. Thanks for being with us this morning.
How you guys doing? Thank you. Pleasure's all mine.
Yeah, going very well. The new season is started. So let's talk a little bit about your team. The genesis of your team. You have a quite a big team. So how did it all start?
Yeah, so we have grown. We started in 2018. I was the founder of the team, along with really two of our main drivers, that came on board from the beginning, which was our Magic Man and another driver, Gnarly, who's into iRacing. And Spec One has now came over to GTCQ. So the team started basically a bunch of guys, in the sim racing world, if you want to call it that, for Gran Turismo. A lot of us had kind of lost touch with sim racing, some of us from real life racing, and we came over, and it was just small in the beginning, and we've stuck to the core principles of the team, which are supporting causes. Our causes are chronic pain, anxiety and depression, and cancer. And we've adapted onto many causes from there as well, and we just wanted to try and give back to people who might be home suffering from some of these illnesses, or just struggling in everyday life, and they could throw on a stream or a race and take their mind off of things. And from
Yeah,
that point, we've grown. So we started in 2018, and we were strictly GTS. And we've grown from there. We've grown quite a bit. So yeah, but the genesis of our team started at 2018 with Gran Turismo Sport,
yeah. You
and
have
it's
the
still
same
near and
goal
dear
as
to my
us.
heart. Mhm.
Yeah, you have the
Yeah.
same goals as we have with uh, we have last year we did the enduro for breast cancer, and this year for prostate cancer. So we have the same goals.
Beautiful.
It's very nice. Uh,
Yes.
you're on platform, I think. iRacing, you said, GTS. Are you on other platform like Assetto Corsa or something?
We are indeed. It's funny you mention that, because our team is it's great that we've branched off and we're on the three major platforms. And our a few of our guys are into iRacing. I personally have not experienced iRacing myself. I fell in love with Assetto Corsa Competizione,
Hmm.
and first I was on the PlayStation. Now we move on to PC, and it opened up a whole new world for me personally. But so we have members. So we have select members on ACC, and some of them cross back over to GTS, and then some of them are on iRacing, and they don't really cross back onto GTS. So, but for, like I said, for me, I'll just tell you quickly. I hadn't played GTS since I really started playing ACC, and I had popped in GTS the other day because maybe we'll get into this later, but SFR, our other league, is running one last championship of
Hmm.
GTS. Just to kind of get some of the old members back together and send it off properly before GT7 comes around. And I put GTS in, and I didn't do too bad. So I'm probably about 2 seconds a lap slower, but yeah, like I said, GTS has been the core of Rockefeller Racing and has pushed us onto these new ventures. But yes, we are on all three platforms. Our other teammates just competed in the Daytona 24 hour
Yeah.
and the LMP2 on iRacing. They did really well considering the split they were in. And then us, our other teammates, our other team members that are on ACC, we're involved with the Sim Grid, Coach Dave Academy, and the endurance racing, and SOP Motorsports, another endurance racing. So it's been quite a learning experience for us coming
Yeah.
from one platform to this. So yeah, but we fully intend on going back to GT7, and the whole team will be there.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope to see a lot of drivers in our championship too. You have quite
Yes.
good drivers. Speaking of that, what brought you to GTCQ? MT Sylvansis, Danielle, and Reaper, Patrick, join your team. And
Yep.
what brought you to GTCQ?
Well, I first found out about GTCQ when we have our league SFR GT Challenge, and we had drivers like Mickey Mike,
Yeah,
um,
I did
Jeff
well
A,
too.
yeah, Mickey Mike, Tremblay,
Hmm.
just some of the names that were in there, and I mean these guys were just so fast, so fast. So much credit to them. I mean, it intrigued me because me and Mickey Mike had a great battle at Spa, and he had just been into our SFR GT Challenge, and he and along with a couple of GTCQ drivers had made their way in, and I have to give credit to my original partner at SFR. Um, his name is we call him Q. He's Quebec, so he had found and heard and knew of GTCQ, and he was actually the bridge that introduced him to us, and they started racing with us, and then we just became familiar with that, and we know that you guys run a great organization, probably one of the best out there, to be honest with you. So
Thanks.
we were happy to have those drivers with us, and now, as you see, we have came with you. So yeah, so you guys are leading the way and have been for a while. So yeah, it's great. It's great to just be a part of the whole community with these two teams and leagues together. It's really great.
Well, thanks you for the compliment. uh, you have quite a big team. How many drivers exactly do you have on your team?
We have about forgive me because there's been a couple of new recent members.
Hmm.
We have about 20 drivers or so on our team, and the thing is for us, we don't go out and recruit members.
Okay.
We don't put on our Facebook or our social media platforms like, hey, come join Rockefeller Racing. This is, we don't try and seek drivers. We look for quality people.
Hmm.
If they do want to be a part of our team, there is a little bit of a process that they have to go through. And we range in all ages. We have our newest member, LJ, is, I believe he's 16 years old, and you have guys that are in their 50s. So we are full spectrum on the age bracket there. And that's the
Yeah.
great thing about sim racing.
Yeah.
The cars and the wheels know no age. So yeah, so we never really intended, like I said, it was three original members. And those guys are captains on the team for a reason, and there's been added captains, of course, but yeah, I can't thank the team members enough, because without them there would be no Rockefeller
Hmm.
Racing, and it would be nearly impossible for me to juggle all the platforms. So much appreciated help from the team members, but we have grown, yeah, and we're always willing to grow. It's just that if you fit and you stand behind what we stand behind, that's really what it's about. So we
Anyway,
want to like a family.
yeah, yeah. The drivers you have in the GTCQ this year, this season, are quite just, how can I say it? They're the same minding as we have, to be clean on the track, and that's a really great value that your drivers have, and we appreciate that very much.
Yeah, that's been something that has always been something that we've been so want to say, sort of speak, drive the nail home on that, where sim racing can be very frustrating.
Yeah, yeah.
It's we've all been there.
And the
And the
dailies.
most Oh, taken out on T1 and the race you practice for all week is now ruined. Then there's always another day. There's always another race. Everybody struggles with it. I struggle with it myself, of course, like any other person. But our main thing is we always want to treat people with respect and have that same respect treated back to us on track. So if you are at fault, you would step up, admit it, and if somebody else is at fault, you take their apology and you move on. And the whole goal for the sim racing community is it's not about winning every race. It's not about trying to always be the faster man. It's about trying to be, or woman, it's about trying to be, respectful and clean. And our
Have
drivers
fun.
have
Have
fun.
fun. That's the
Exactly.
main, the
That's the
main thing.
main that's
Yeah,
the main thing. If you ain't having fun, you're not doing it right. So
yeah.
as frustrating as something can be, our main goal has always been to try and, let our drivers, there'll be another day. There's always tomorrow. There's always the next race, and you'll get them. And our guys, to their credit, have adapted that style, as you said. And thank you very much for that compliment. They've adapted so well to that. So I'm really proud of them.
And in the future, now you have 5 drivers in GTCQ right now. In the future, do you intend to put more drivers, or do you have more drivers who want to come with us for next fall?
Yeah, we do actually. We do. As I mentioned, we signed a few new team members.
Hmm.
And like I said, with GTCQ being so kind of close to us as a team, and with our league SFR, we definitely will have more drivers participating. Hopefully, I myself can do that too when GT7 comes around. I'm not sure if you guys are going to still run GTS, but if you do, great, and if not, we'll be there for GT7 for sure. But you could expect to see more Rockefeller Racing drivers. If you'll have us, we will be there.
Well, we want to expand. We had some Europeans first, and now from the States, we're going international now.
It's great. It's great. And you guys, like I said, you guys have grown as well, and you guys do it pretty much second to none out there. And let me credit MSP3,
Hmm.
because MSP3 had been our one of our first main French, Canada, Quebec drivers. And he had known of GTCQ, and he made the switch when we brought Reaper and MT6 on. And those guys kind of hit it off, of course, because they're from the same area. And I think once MSP3 joined with those guys, with Reaper and MT6, that our other drivers started to see, well, hey, MSP, he's one of our fastest drivers, and they said, wow, let's check this out.
And
So
he's doing very well. I broadcast the division Taxi du Nord, what the division he's on, and he was discovered last season.
yeah,
A big surprise for us, and a very, very good driver. And me and Jasmine, we are the broadcaster. And MSP3 is really, really, really a good driver. And I'm looking forward to see more from Marco Saldenia. Badly he had a disconnect last race, but him and Spec One in the Division One is going to be a very, very good season for them,
yes,
for us too.
yes, indeed, indeed. And that probably was just what Spec One needed, because as we all know, when you start to do the same things with daily and FIA, and if leagues didn't exist like yours, the drivers would really have nowhere to go. And I've always been a real proponent and believer of that, is that you find a great league when it's well ran and well organized. The drivers will always continue to come back because you put on a great platform to provide for them. So yeah, MSP3 had, he's been doing great things. But I'm really glad that it sparked Spec One to now move and venture on with you guys. And those are two of our most talented drivers on GTS. So yeah, Spec One is a captain on our team.
Mhm.
But MSP3 is a lead driver. He's been like that, like I said, from day one. Just so humble. All of them are. And like I said, yeah, we definitely plan on continuing with GTCQ in the future. So I can't wait. I'm excited.
Well, thank you. Thank you for your time this morning, Rocky. It's been a pleasure, and now everybody is gonna know a little bit better of Rockefeller, and
Yes.
hope to see you maybe next season in the league too.
Yes. If when GT7, if you'll have me, I will be there. I promise you that.
No
I
problem.
promise you that.
Thank you for your time, and see you soon.
Yeah, I just like to say before I go,
Yeah,
thank you guys once again very much. I do appreciate you having me on, and I really hope that people learn about our team and our members and what we stand for. And thank you for the opportunity, to express that and get that out there. And yeah, we'll see you in the future. Thank you so much, everyone.
yeah, thanks. See you.
Take it easy. Thank you.